Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today, we're going to cook the live Dungeness crab. All right? So, first things first, what you want to do, so you want to make sure that they're not, they can snap at you or it's hard to get on because they'll start walking and moving around inside. Well, put them in the freezer for about 10-15 minutes just so we can numb them. And then after we do that, then we go ahead and put them in a pot. It'll be nice and easy. All right, so go ahead, take a lot of Dungeness crab, put them in the freezer. And you wonder why am I crazy enough to hold the crab like this in my hands alive? Because you hold it from the back, he can't get your claws. He can't claw you. All right, so I'll be back. 10-15 minutes in that freezer. Let's get them nice and numb, and we're going to throw them in the pot. All right, we're back. So this is what we're going to do. I got the crab out of the freezer, so it's nice and numb for us to go ahead and use and throw in there. So this is what we want to do. We want to get the water prepared. So go ahead and put your pot on with water. You don't need that much. Only fill this up about partially right here because you really want to just steam the crab versus boiling it or submerging it fully in water because it will take a lot of that flavor away. So with us today, we're using a Dungeness crab. So let's use the Dungeness crab. It comes from salt water. So what I like to do is I like to use a little bit of sea salt in there. And then in here with the sea salt, go ahead and season the water. Should be good there. Also, because I'm using, so I have about 3 crabs today, so they're about 2 pounds a piece. So I'm using a whole stick of butter in that water as well. They look like they're starting to wake up. They're starting to move. All right. So let's put that whole stick of butter in there. I also have some minced garlic that I want to use. So I'll put about a heaping tablespoon of minced garlic in there. I'll spread that out over there. So that's going to be really good. Nice buttery garlic taste to the crabs. All right. So as we're getting this water going, make sure it's really boiling, piping hot. You want to drop these crabs right into boiling water. So I need a little bit more time for that to go. So it's almost there. So we're getting there. Like the butter and garlic together inside these crabs want to taste so amazing. You definitely want to blend them together. I just got an idea. How about this? So while we're cooking the crabs, what we're going to do is we're going to make a butter, garlic, Parmesan sauce to pour over top of them when they're done. Sounds delicious to me. So we get the crab out. Nice and going. Ooh. All right now. Who wants to go first? You raise your hand, sir. All right, let's get you over here. So you raise your hand like you wanted to go first. Let's get you out. Get you out. I see you claws trying to clamber. All right. So we got our crab here. He is ready to go in. 1. Just 1 out of the 3. All right. Grab our others. We have here. Right now, you're not about to fall, sir. Not doing that. Oh, get up there. Get up there. All right. Pretty strong there. All right, we got number 2. He's pretty strong. He was leaning on for dear life there. Woo! All right, this is the 3rd one. As you can see, I'm being careful. I'm not crazy. I'm picking these crabs up my live hand, but I'm not trying to give them a chance to snap me. Okay, remember, when you're getting your crabs, always grab them from the back. Get them from the rear. So that way, when they're in this state, even though the first few, they weren't all the way numb. So their claws started to open up, they were ready to go. So go ahead and grab them from the back like this, and you'll be able to, be able to control them. All right, I'm gonna put the lid on top of there and let them cook. So normally the rule is about 7 to 8 minutes per pound of crab. So with that, we have, look at that, they taking the top off the lid, off of here. This is crazy. So with that, it's about 2 pounds per crab, 3 crabs in there. So 8 times 6. What number is that? Oh, I gotta do my math. So 8 times 5 is 40. Or so 6, 48. Gotcha. All right. So for 48 minutes, they be ready. All right. So therefore, check it out. So I'm gonna be back. When I come back, we're gonna start working on that sauce. All right. All right, normally what I do is about Normally what I'll do is about 8 minutes per pound, so they're 2 pound crabs. So this should take no more than about 16 minutes. After 16 minutes, we'll come back and we'll check onto this and see how well it's doing. That smells good. All right, so while our crab is cooking, we're going to make a butter garlic Parmesan sauce with a little twist. Why a little twist? Because my wife calls me extra, so I have to be extra at all times. All right, so this is what we're going to do. Use about a half a stick of butter. We'll put that in the pan. Heat that up over a low heat. No sense to rushing this. Kind of cook it a little slow. All right, so a half a stick of butter, that will go in there. All right. Like to make sure the butter is all over the pan. This crab smells so good. Turn them down a little bit just to a medium heat for the crab legs. But have the butter on a low heat, cook it slow. All right, so as the butter is melting, I like to use a tablespoon of garlic. All right, so we have our garlic in the pan. So let's go ahead. So we're going to let the garlic brown just a little bit before we add our next ingredient. So while garlic is browning, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to dance. That's what I do. Here's what's funny. So growing up, watch my parents, my uncles and aunts dancing all the time, and like, yo, they're so old. Sometimes I had the thought as I got older, like, wow, they're so corny. Now my kids look at me like, wow, he's so old. Wow, he's so corny. Just circle of life, I guess. All right, this is starting to heat up. Butter and garlic together, I declare, like, it's amazing. The smells and aromas. It's just two ingredients, just butter and garlic. It's so amazing. All right, here. Hear it starting to sizzle, starting to fry a little bit, starting to get in there, and those flavors merge together. Whoever found out that butter and garlic taste amazing together, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna do that over there. Finish frying up a little bit. See, for me, I don't like just the garlic to just get cooked in. I like to have a nice, slight roasted taste to it, because I feel like it brings out the flavors of it just so much more. So good. Hear it starting to merge together. So good. You gotta excuse the excitement while I'm cooking. I have an inner fat kid, and I'm just, man, well, I'm a big fat kid now, but you get the point. I just love food. I just love to eat. I don't know, cooking or eating more. I don't know. Just love food. So, all right, so that's now just slightly starting to change color. So at that point, I want to use about 1/8 of white wine. Why do I have it in here? Because it's the perfect measurement. So about 1/8 of a cup of white wine. I'm sorry, cooking white wine. All right, so we have that in there. I'm gonna let that boil up. When I get boiled, then we'll slow it down and let it cook for a little while longer, and then we'll slowly add in our cheese. I wish you could smell these aromas with the cooking wine, the butter, the garlic, and then the crab. It's, man, I tell you. Take a peek at these crabs real quick, see how far we come along with it. They are looking good. So while the sauce is cooking, the butter, the garlic, and the cooking wine, I like to add just a little bit of salt, maybe just a few twists, which is about 2 to 3 pinches of salt in there, just so to help marinate and pull everything together and help mature that flavor. There we go. I did 4 twists, so it's about like 4 pinches. Well, 4 small pinches because it depends how big your hands are. All right. All right, so with that, I'll pull that down to a low, very low, and let that cook. All right. So we did say Parmesan, right? So we use a pinch of Parmesan cheese. Doesn't matter what brand you use, whatever you like. That is my local market, so I got it. Use a pinch of Parmesan cheese. All right, just a pinch. Let's get a whisk. Where is my whisk? There we go. All right, let's get a whisk, and we're gonna whisk that in slightly so that way it melts and doesn't clump up. Okay, let me see what we have here. More ingredients here. Right, so to add a little bit of flavor to it, what I'm going to do is give it a nice little sweet taste, slight sweet taste to go with the sweetness of the crab. I'm going to add a little bit of vanilla cream soda. I used about half of a bottle, so a 20-ounce bottle, about 10 ounces. I'm gonna take my whisk, I'm gonna whisk that in some more. All right, I'm also going to use another pinch of a 6-cheese Italian blend. In here it has a little mozzarella, provolone, Parmesan, Asiago, Fatina, and Romano cheese. So add a pinch of this in there as well. Also, I have some Gouda cheese. I'm going to use some Gouda to shave in there and use about a pinch worth as well. Well, All right, so after the Gouda, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use some extra sharp cheddar. Me, I like use Cracker Barrel Gouda and Cracker Barrel extra sharp cheddar, but use anyone you like. I just like the flavors of those, so it's not easy. Right. Use about a pinch worth of that as well. Now I'm gonna take my whisk and I'm gonna whisk everything in together. Turn my fire up to a medium heat while I'm whisking in the ingredients, so that way everything can heat up and melt together. All right, while I'm whisking this together, check with the crab. That looks and smells amazing. All right, so what I'm gonna do with the crab, so it does not overcook, I'm gonna go ahead and turn that off now while I finish working on my sauce, and that right there will finish cooking. Now, if you check it it's done and it's been cooking for longer than 16 minutes, go ahead and create an ice bath. So that's cold water, ice inside. Throw the crab in there to shock it, so that way it'll stop cooking and it'll start to cool down. All right. So with that, I'll add a little bit more salt to help bring out those flavors as well. And if you haven't noticed, because I talked a lot about garlic on this video, I'm also going to add some garlic powder because I love garlic. So I use some fresh minced garlic and I use garlic powder. And I'm also going to add some Italian seasoning to help kind of merge those flavors together, because the herbs and the Italian seasoning works really good with the butter and garlic. All right, use my whisk and quickly whisk everything together. Now, if your sauce begins to boil as you're whisking and adding the ingredients, go ahead and turn it back down from the medium heat to a low heat. That way it starts to simmer and everything continues to merge together as you're continuing to whisk. All right, so what I'm gonna do is, now on the back end of it, I'm gonna add some more Parmesan cheese to it to kind of give it that nice creamy cheese flavoring to go on top of the crab. Because even though I added the other cheeses, I want the Parmesan to be the star. As you can see, when you add that last bit of Parmesan cheese, about a cupful, what you'll do is you'll see it start to thicken up, and that right there will, be the girth of your sauce. If you notice your sauce becomes too thick, go ahead and add more of the cream soda or more of the white wine if you have it. Preferably the white cooking wine, but if you use it all, use more cream soda. All right, now we get the crab and we're gonna pour it together. We wanna plate this. You can smell this. It smells delicious. One thing I like to do with the crab when it's done is to rinse it off with cold water to help cool it down. Or if you do the ice bath like I suggested earlier, they'll be okay. But the cold water help cool it down so that way it's not burning your hands as you're trying to open the crab. All right. Now my crab is cooled down in the cold water. I will crack it and clean out the inside so that way I can pour the sauce on top. Okay, the crab is nice and clean. It is plated, just so you can see. Just so you can see here what I have here. So the crab is nice and clean. The top shell is off. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add our sauce and pour it on top. Get a spoon. Pour our sauce. Okay, as you have your crab, add a little parsley on top for garnish. And there you have it. Garlic Parmesan crab. Amazing. Amazing.